I think I'm live. Yes, I am. Oh, don't look up there. Camera's not up there. Camera's right here. Hey everyone, Kenyatta Turner here. Freedom Friday live at what is it, 5:15? It's April 1st, 2022. I don't have any April Fool's jokes or things like that, so don't expect them from me. It is simply April 1st, but what it is my birthday month. Yeah, all month. So I'm really excited about that, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. But here it is on Freedom Friday. And what we do every Friday is I come here to share a little bit of information with you about quotes on freedom and other things that I add to the list. So this is super exciting. Again, it is a brand new month. So hello, April. And give me a shout out to all, I want to give a shout out to all the April babies out there like myself, because it is our birthday month. But this Freedom Friday quote, and here's what I do. Every Friday, I come on here, and if you're not familiar, my name is Kenyatta Turner. I'm the CEO and founder of Freedom Empire Consulting, and I'm also the Chief Behavioral Superpowers Officer for Dream Smart Academy. I host a radio podcast show called The Healthy Grocer Radio Show, among other things. And I am excited about the word freedom. Everyone who listens to these Freedom Friday knows that I love this word. It's in the name of my business. But there are so many different ways to think of this word. And every Friday, I like to post a quote around the word that I find out on the internet and places like that. And usually it's the quote that it just strikes me. Usually, as soon as I read the quote, I know this is the one that I want to post. So I'm excited that you are here watching this Freedom Friday live. And if you are watching live, give me a hashtag team live in the comments or a hashtag team replay if you are watching the replay so that I know you were here and where you are watching from. I am streaming this live if it's working properly. And I think that it should be on LinkedIn and YouTube, should be on my Facebook page, my private Facebook page, or my personal one, my business page, in the Personal Development Party Facebook group, and in my Behavioral Mastermind group. I think I already said LinkedIn and YouTube. So anyway, it should be all over the interwebs. I need to check right now and make sure. Okay, it says that it's live over there. Okay. All right, cool. Just want to make sure all systems are go. So here's what I do. And here's what I posted earlier today. I post the quote and a little bit of commentary about it, but then you can see the quote right here on the screen. Let me make it a little bigger. And it says, every human has four endowments: self-awareness, conscience, independent will, creative imagination. These give us the ultimate human freedom, the power to choose, to respond, and to change. This quote is mind-blowing powerful. Okay. I read it and instantly I was like, oh my goodness, right now it's so relative. And they all are. Every time I find the quote in the moment, it's exactly what I need to hear in that moment for me. And that's often why I choose to share it with you. Now, my name is Freedom Empire, not by accident. Again, that word means a lot to me. And a Freedom Empire isn't always necessarily a place, it is more so a mindset. It is a way of being. It is how you think about what it is that you're building for your life, your business, your career, your family. That is your freedom empire, to do what you want, when you want, for as long as you want, how you want, with who you want. Make as much money as you want. Whatever it is that you deem to be freedom for you, and most people are interested in that word. They want to have the freedom of movement to do what it is that they want without oppression, without restriction, without restraint. And so, what I wrote here earlier, and I'll read it to you in the post that I made earlier, is it says freedom as a noun is the power to write, to act, to speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. There are many more interpretations, and let's explore together. So I love this quote by Unknown. I don't know who wrote it. It is an insightful and stark reminder of the power that we already have to choose, to respond, to change. And I said, you know what? I don't know who wrote this quote. I'm thrilled to pass it on. There's so much to unpack here, but for each one of us, I encourage you to read the quote again and then read it again. Ponder it, meditate on it, accept it, implement it, right? Choose, respond, change. You have the power to control these things. You can control your thoughts and you can control your actions, but that's it. Angelique, hey, good evening. Thanks for popping in. Absolutely. And you have the power to do these things. Sometimes we get confused and we think, oh, someone else is stopping us from doing what we want. But if they're not physically restraining you, then they're not restraining you up here unless you let them, right? So you have the power to choose, respond, and change. That is freedom. And we got Gary, what's up? So, and we have the power to decide what it is that we want to do. Like, we don't have to get permission from anyone else to choose, to respond, and to change. We can absolutely do what it is we want when we want, when it comes down to that. Hey, Lachelle, America's Supermom. I know, long time no see. We're talking about freedom, and we're talking about this quote. Put it in the chat. I would love to hear what your thoughts are about this particular quote and what it means to you, about the self-awareness, the conscience, the independent will, and the creative imagination. And then ask yourselves, are you executing all those? What do you do to gain your own level of deep self-awareness? What do you feel, and how do you think about the fact that you have consciousness? What about independent will, that you get to decide what you want to do and what you will not do? And then, are you using your creative faculty? And what are you using it for? Do you allow yourself the moments that you may need? Like, I know I need to give myself those moments to stop, pause, think, breathe, meditate, and open up my brain and get to that high level of vibration, in order so I can download things, from infinite intelligence, so I can use that creative faculty that I know that I have. And scientifically, I'm extremely creative. But to use those things to grow your business, to improve your life, to live the quality of life that you want to, that is freedom. No one can stop you from doing that. But you can stop yourself from doing that by not allowing that, by not recognizing it, and being intentional and conscious in your decision about how you choose to live your life and how you choose to use what's between your ears. That's extremely powerful. Angelique says, I am so here for this. Definitely don't care what people think, and I can or can't do. That's right. Right. Yeah, your permission that is needed, not someone else's. And sometimes we don't give ourselves permission. We're literally waiting for someone else to do that. And I'm encouraging you to stop doing that right now. Okay. Thanks, Angelique. And then Lachelle says, so true. I agree that this is the key to freedom and the acceptance to grow and evolve daily. Yes, because I do not want to be the same person every day. I long to grow and be better. That is key right there. There is a quote by Veronica Tegleva. And Lachelle, what you just said, I feel like is in alignment with that. Veronica Tegleva says, to know yourself, you must first sacrifice the illusion that you already do. And that's in line with learning about yourself every single day. Yes, we figured out some things thus far about who we are and what we want and what we like and what we don't like. But I know, by the way, I'm about to turn 47 years old. I learn new things about myself every single day, even at 47, right? I find that there's something new to learn, and I have that growth mindset, and I encourage you all to have that as well, because ultimately you don't have everything figured out yet. And if you think you do, put it in the chat. I'd love to have a conversation with you if you think you have it all figured out, because I want to know what that's like, But yes, to know yourself, you must first sacrifice the illusion that you already do. I mean, hey, check this out. I didn't used to like Brussels sprouts. Mom, if you're listening to this, I didn't used to like Brussels sprouts at all. But now I literally order them at restaurants. I've cooked them in my own kitchen by myself. And I'm finding there's all these cool ways to make Brussels sprouts where they are delicious. Now, Mom, not throwing you any shade about how you cook Brussels sprouts, but all I know is I didn't want to eat them. Okay. I was not interested. And now I'm finding that there's just all these cool ways to make Brussels sprouts that I don't remember having at home. I don't remember having feta cheese and almond slices and honey on them and balsamic vinaigrette and all these different crazy ways, apples and things like that. I don't remember having them like that when I was a kid. I just knew I didn't want to eat them, right? So I just learned something new about myself. Hey, Rachel, I see you there. What's up? I just learned something new about myself, having the growth mindset going, you know what? Maybe there's something about Brussels sprouts that I don't know. Let me go and find out. So I tried a couple at a couple different places, and I realized, wow, this is very interesting. So again, even something like that. And what is Rochelle said? You started eating Brussels sprouts and you love them and eat them by the pan. Oh, hey, she's eating them by the pan. So if you've got a cool recipe about Brussels sprouts, put it in the chat, Lachelle, share. How are you making them to where now you literally eat them by the pan, right? I want to know about that. So this is the quote today. And I love those of you who are popping in, sharing your thoughts about it, because this is powerful. We all think of this word freedom in so many different ways. And to me, it's everything. To me, this is literally where it starts. I don't want any restrictions on how I'm able to live my life, who I choose to live it with, and how I choose to do that. I want freedom of thought, freedom of movement, freedom of everything. And so again, Freedom Empire is the name of my company, not by accident. That is literally by design, and that is literally what I am building. And that's why I love finding quotes online of how other people think of this word, and I choose to share them with you. So that's part of what we do here on Freedom Friday is we talk about that quote, or the quote. But let me chat with you about a couple other things. I actually made a little list. So it's my birthday month. Woo, birthday month, right? I love my birthday. And I'm not a person who shies away from a birthday or who won't tell people how old they are or who wishes I was younger, anything like that. I've always been in celebration of my birthday. And I'm going to give you a specific example about why it's so important to me, why I celebrate life, why every year that I am still here is literally a blessing and a celebration to me. And I call it my extra. So, why do I call it my extra? Oh, thank you. Thanks, James. Thanks for being here. So, why do I call it my extra? Well, if you've heard this story before, listen to it again. I'm going to share it right now. Um, my father died when he was 39 years old. I was only 16 at the time, and I used to think that 39 was old. Thank you, Aries gang. Angelique, are you Aries too? Yes. My birthday's on the 5th. When's yours? So I used to think that 39 was old when I was 16 because he was my dad, right? He was an old dude, and that's just how I thought of it. Now, I will tell you that I actually did not think that I would live to be 39. There was something in my mind, and I never really shared this with anyone during this time, but in my mind, I'm thinking, I was like, God, I don't even think I'll make it that long. Like 39 seems so far away. And I just didn't think that I would live to be 39. I don't really know where that thought came in my mind from, but it was stuck in my brain. When I got to the age of 39, I had already spent 20 years in working in colleges. I built a massively successful career, executive leadership and post-secondary education. I started working at colleges when I was 18, actually at the college that my father used to go to, DeVry University, and I was there for like 13 years. And then I worked at other colleges. So I had built my career kind of accidentally. I didn't know I'd wind up spending that much time working in colleges. I didn't know I'd fall in love with it, actually. And so I spent my time in executive leadership in post-secondary education. And by the time that I turned 39, I'd already spent 20 plus years in that industry. And I had a revelation. Really, it was right about 10 days or so. Well, I think it was about 10 days before my 39th birthday. I decided to take a vacation. And it was a staycation. I didn't really go anywhere, but I just spent some time by myself thinking and reflecting. And it was during that time when I really started thinking about the age that I was at 39 and how that was the age my father had passed. And I felt very young at that time. I felt like I had the whole world ahead of me. My life was ahead of me. And I started thinking about him and the fact that he lost his life at such a young age. It was no longer old to me, it was very young. So if you're out there and you're past 39, then you know 39 is young. And if you aren't 39 yet, you may be thinking that sounds old. I'm telling you, it's not. Okay. So I started thinking about, wow, what would my father had done if he'd had more time past the age of 39? I was curious, was he working at the job that he loved? Had he left the legacy he wanted? Had he found his life's purpose? Was he happy? Was he fulfilled? I had all these questions I wish I could have asked him about where he was at that stage in his life. And I just wondered what he would have done if he'd had more time. Well, obviously, I couldn't ask him those questions, but here I was about to turn 39. So I turned those questions on myself. And I see, March 27th, Angelique. Awesome, Aries. So I turned those questions on myself. Kenyatta, are you happy? Are you living the life that you've dreamed of? What is your purpose? Have you figured that out? What is the legacy you're going to leave for yourself? Are you going to stay at this job? Are you going to take a vacation? Like all the questions I wish I could have asked him if he'd had more time. Here I was about to turn that age. And so I did some deep soul searching during that time, and I realized that I didn't know the answers to all those questions. And even the ones that I thought I did know the answer to, I wasn't happy with the answer. And I became extremely uncomfortable, meaning I realized all of a sudden I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do for the next 20 plus years of my life. Because here it was 20 years in, and I had built this amazing career, but I wasn't sure that's what I wanted anymore. I wasn't sure that 20 years later, that's where I wanted to be sitting in that chair working for that company, building someone else's empire. Because that's what I was doing. I was building someone else's empire, right? And so it dawned on me, wait a minute, I need to build my own. And if I'm going to live 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second, 1 year beyond the age of 39, I would honor my father by making a decision not to squander my extra time. So I made a decision right then. Kenyatta, if you make it to 39, you will go out and find your purpose, your legacy, happiness beyond what you have had, what you have right now. Because I was happy, I thought, until I realized I could be happier in a different way, right? You will go out and figure that out. Whatever it takes, you will stop building other people's empire and build your own. All the hours that you're putting in 60, 70, 80 hours a week running these colleges and working for these organizations and making them filthy rich, because that's what I did, because I was really good at what I did. You will put that same energy and build your own empire in the way that you want to, with the autonomy and the process that makes sense to you. I didn't even know how I was going to do it, but my mind completely shifted. It was like an audible chunk click thud in my mind. And I realized there was no turning back from that thought that I had. And here I was about to turn 39. And if I said, if you make it, you will change your life, the trajectory of your life forever. And you will do that by quitting your job and walking away from all of this, because you will not wake up 20 years later and still be sitting here. Because I was more afraid of that than afraid to find what was going to happen if I left, with no other job lined up and no business prospect or anything like that. But I knew what I was supposed to do. And I was supposed to go and find a way to build my own empire. I was supposed to live my life to the fullest, no matter what it took. Because if I was going to live longer than my father, Garnett Turner Jr., then I would spend the rest of my life, any extra I got, living my best life. And I didn't even know what that meant, but I knew that it meant more than what I was doing right then. So that's why I don't stress out about my birthdays. Instead, I'm like a little kid all excited, like another year, because I'm honored and blessed to have every single one that I have beyond the age of 39. And I'm going to turn 47 on April 5th. So to me, that's cause for celebration. That's cause for, loving life and living life. It's like, wow, one more year, one more minute, one more day for me to continue to do what I'm doing, to live the life that I now have designed in the way that I want. And I found out what I'm built to do as well. Hashtag behavior matters. I know my behavioral strengths. I know my behavioral superpowers. Have no question. I know who I am. I know why I am. And that I think is the key to self-awareness right there. You've got to understand that. So once I found out that information, I was gone like a rocket. You can't even stop me. Gone. Okay. I know what I'm built to do. So, and Angelique, I see you in here. Angelique, I see you, abso-freaking-lutely. That is right. You know what I mean? So seriously, it is so, so, so important to have that level of deep self-awareness. And I call it behaviorally and unapologetically you. You can't tell me anything about who I am and how I am and why I am, because I know that, right? We have behavioral science that backs that up. That's what I do. That's what my company is building, right? There's no question about that. I just want to help other people find that out about themselves so that they can have that level of confidence and self-awareness to do what they're supposed to do. So they can bring the creative imagination in the way that they're wired to do that through consciousness. They can have that independent will, but it comes with that deep level of self-awareness and understanding and celebration. So it's my birthday month. And I don't know all what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do what I want. I can tell you that. I'm going to do what I want. No one's going to tell me what to do other than Kenyatta, because I know why I'm here and what I'm supposed to do. And like I said, every single minute, day, hour, year beyond 39 is for celebration. So right here today, this is where I'm at, living in the moment of right now, this moment. And if I get extra tomorrow, great. I will live in the fullness of that as well. That is what this is about. And that's why I'm so excited that it's my birthday month and this is what I'm doing. Okay. Hey, greetings, Sherelle, Burrell, Worldwide Beverly Hills. Hey, hey. So that is what I am doing. That's why I'm so excited. And that's why all this month you'll hear me talking about it. So check it out. I agreed to do this 30 days. Hey, and Angelique, you were part of it in season 3, I think, the 30 days of videos, hashtag 30 days of video that's happening on LinkedIn. Rob Howes and Janae Ahmed put it together again. This is season 4. I participated last season. And it's a beast doing 30 days and videos in a row. But I decided to do it again because it was my birthday month that they happened to choose to do it. So it runs from April 1st through the 30th. I already posted my first video. And it's going to be videos like my theme, if I have a theme. I'm not going to, it's going to be kind of how I want. But my idea is I want to stick to things that are awesome, amazing, celebratory, celebrating life, celebrating, happiness and joy and alignment, and the things, all things that come together that you can control what's going on up in here. And I think Abe Lincoln had a quote and he says, people are just about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Think about that. People are just about as happy as they make up their minds to be. And that's what I want my videos in this month to be about, sharing things that bring me joy, that bring me happiness, and hopefully inspiring you to find joy and happiness in your life and the things that are important to you. And of course, I will talk about behavior. I'll talk about my business. I'll talk about how I help people and the legacy that I'm building, because that's who I am. I'm never not going to talk about that. But that's kind of the focus that I want to do for this 30 days of videos as I celebrate my 47th birthday. This is my birthday month, all the April babies, right? And the fact that we are here, we are live, live it, right? Find joy. I don't think we're here to be miserable. I think we're supposed to be here to feel good. So figure out what you need to do so that you feel good. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to show, so check out the 30 days of videos. Oh, and if you want to join us. Go to hashtag 30 days of videos. There's a LinkedIn group that you can join. Janae has a Facebook group about home video mastery that you can join. But if you're interested, then reach out to us. We'd love for you to join and participate because we'd love to see what you want to share on video. And then the last thing is I want to speak quickly about setting intention, knowing what you want and going about the process to get it. And you don't always know the how, but you know that if you put it out there, if you ask the universe, ask universal intelligence, ask whoever you want to call you're asking it for or to, you have to have clarity. You have to know what you want. And then the how really isn't your business. It'll show up to you. But if you don't have faith that you're even going to get what you asked for, well, when you don't get it, don't be surprised. You didn't get it. You have to have faith, right? And one of the things that's been extremely important to me, and if you're one of my clients and you've been coaching with me or been in my masterminds or listened to me for 5 minutes, you've heard me talk about Sharon Lechter. You've heard me talk about her books. You've heard me talk about the impact that she's made on me through these books. You've also heard me tell you that I would eventually meet her in person. You've also heard me talk to you about how powerful I think this woman is, and that I love the things that she's done and how she thinks and the projects that she's worked on. It's just someone I have a lot of respect for. And so if you don't know who she is, she was part of the project of writing all the Rich Dad, Poor Dad books with Robert Kiyosaki. She's also the author of this book right here, Think and Grow Rich for Women, which is amazing. She's also the author of this book, which literally gives me chills every time I even touch it or pick it up or think about it, which is Outwitting the Devil, a book by Napoleon Hill that she annotated and put out in 2011. And then this brand new book, which I just got from her when I actually met her in person at Secret Knock, called Exit Rich, if you can see that she co-wrote. And this book is about the 6P method to sell your business for a huge profit. Now, I was honored enough to meet Sharon a week and a half ago when we were at Secret Knock, this event in San Diego, Greg Reed's event, and actually spent some time with her while she was doing her book signing and everything, which was amazing. And I remember standing there thinking, You knew this would happen, Kenyatta. You've been saying this for years, right? When I first read Think and Grow Rich for Women and read Outwitting the Devil, I was like, I'm going to meet her. There's going to come a day where I'm going to meet this woman, and who knows what will come from that, but it will happen, right? And so it's just recently happened. But then last night there was a Networking Phoenix did a fireside chat with her as well. And I got a chance to see her again, speak with her for a few moments, got my some other books signed by her, which is awesome. And then I invited a couple of my clients that are in my behavioral mastermind who hear me talk about her all the time. So they were able to come and get a chance to hear her speak and share her wisdom over about an hour and a half. And I just want to say that here's the thing. If you have to be intentional about what it is that you want for your life and the people that you need to be associated with in your life to help you grow whatever it is that you're trying to grow, whether it's improve your health or it's to grow your business or improve your mindset or whatever. Personal development is great, but you need to have a baseline. You need to know what you're actually starting from and what you're trying to develop. And then you need to have a plan to accomplish it. You have to believe it. You have to affirm it. You have to have that burning desire and the faith and the affirmations and the plan and persistence and a power of a mastermind and understand what the fears are that are going to try to stop you at every step. You need to understand all that, but then you also need to then go back to the plan and ask yourself, what are you doing to make that happen? What decisions are you making? Where are you showing up? What are you saying yes to? What might you need to say no to in order to say yes to something else? These are all things that go through my mind all the time. And the meeting of Sharon Lechter and being able to meet and not only meet, but learn from her, listen to her speak live. I'm, furiously taking notes. This is someone that I have much respect for, that I honor and am honored to be associated with, even from a remote perspective, but now had a chance to share energy with them in the same place at the same time. Those things are powerful. You have to think about your associations and how you're going to level them up to get to where you want to go. And I don't know who it is that you need to meet. Hey, DJ, I don't know who it is that you want to meet. I don't know who it is that you're trying to learn from. I don't know how you're trying to grow or whatever it is that you're doing. But here's the thing. You just need to be intentional about it. You need to know what you want. Spend time with yourself. I think it was Eric Thomas says, I dare you to spend time by yourself, to think about what it is you truly want for your life and come up with that organized plan for making it happen. Because it wasn't a surprise. It's not a surprise to me anymore. The things that happen in my life that someone might look at as a coincidence or, oh my gosh, I'm so surprised that happened. I'm no longer surprised. Instead, I'm just in awe and wonderment at the power of the law of attraction, the power of your mind, and the power that we have to really design the lives that we want to live. I'm just in shock and awe. I'm not surprised anymore. I just always am fascinated by it. And I encourage you to do whatever it takes to learn that for yourself. Because when you do, your life will improve from wherever it is right now. Your life is probably amazing right now, and I hope that it is. But is there more that you want? For me, there is. I mean, I can give you a big old long list. But if there is that for you, there is a strategy and a way to do that. And that's what I do. That's who I try to surround myself with. It's who I do surround myself with. So I just wanted to share that for a moment because one of my things that's on my list of things to do has just happened. I was able to finally meet this person in person, which was very important to me, and start that association, just even in the small way that I have, but that matters to me. So thank you, Sharon Lechter, for being who you are, for being this inspirational woman to not only me, but many, many others. And I will continue. I can't wait to dig into this book right here. And I've read other and reread this one every 12 weeks, and so just thank you. Just many, many thanks for being who you are and, pouring your heart and soul out to the people who you choose to coach, train, and mentor. So mad respect for you, Sharon, as well. And also to Angela Topman, just thank you as well, because you are truly amazing influencer like myself, right? Because it's through you that it's helped this help create this connection as well. And everyone, Sherry Gideon's, my business partners, you, Jeff Morris. I mean, the list goes on and on. So just much gratitude for all of you. So those of you who've hung out with me this long for this 30 minutes, listening to this Freedom Friday Live, I appreciate you, honor you. And again, remember the quote that we talked about today, which is every human has four endowments: self-awareness, conscience, independent will, and creative imagination. These give us the ultimate human freedom, the power to choose, to respond, and to change. So I encourage you, take that power, use that power. It's yours. Use it. I don't know what you'll do with it, but do something amazing, right? Live your life to the fullest. That's exactly what I'm doing. And if you are an April baby or an Aries, because I'm with you with that, then I celebrate and honor you, April babies and Aries. This is our month. This is our time. And I'm living large. So what I'm going to do, I'm all the way up. So thanks for hanging out. Love you guys and appreciate you. DJ, yes. And I got to check out your video. I couldn't hear the audio. So I'm going to go back and try to listen again. Maybe I was doing something wrong. Angelique, I know you've been here hanging out with me. Lachelle, everyone who popped in, I appreciate you. I'm going to sign off right now and I will see you next Friday, or you'll be seeing my videos over the next 30 days. Hey, DJ's taking part in the 30-day video challenge as well. Excited to see what she's got popping off. And you guys will be seeing and hearing more from me in the future. So enjoy your Friday. Happy April 1st. And I will see you next time. Remember, hashtag behavior matters. This is Kenyatta Turner, CEO and founder of Freedom Empire Consulting, Chief Behavioral Superpowers Officer for Dream Smart Academy. And I am the host of the Healthy Grocer Radio Show, which will be live tomorrow at 10 o'clock on the Healthy Grocer Radio Show, Facebook and Twitter. And now we're on all the podcasts like Apple Podcast and Spotify, Spreaker, and all of those. So look up the Healthy Grocer Radio Show and catch the episodes. I'll see you next time. Talk to you later. Bye. Peace out. Appreciate you too. End broadcast.